flyweight division, sponsored by the Wisconsin Athletic Center. And now introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter standing 5 feet 5 inches tall. Official weight 126.6 pounds, and he comes in tonight with a record of 3 wins and 2 losses. Fighting out of Green Bay, Wisconsin, James Moreno. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 5 inches tall. Official weight 126.6 pounds, and he comes in tonight with a record of 4 victories with 4 defeats, and fighting out of Naperville, Illinois, Taylor Morrison. And your referee in charge is Tom DeVellis.
Tom DeVellis, third man inside for this flyweight clash between James Moreno and Taylor Morrison. Morrison in the black and yellow trunks. Moreno in the APFC black and red. Cleaning off some of that blood from Alex Salas, I believe, as we get set for round number 1.
First round, you ready? Go!
Round number 1 underway.
Moreno coming out with a nice 1-2, lands right on the chin there, Morrison.
Morrison wades his way into the pocket behind some strikes, now plants Moreno up against the cage, exactly where James Moreno told us that he did not want to be, David.
But we knew, and as I said this as Morrison was coming out, he has a great wrestling pedigree, and he definitely wants to make sure to utilize it. Ran into some trouble on the feet, you know, very machine-like, walked right through those punches and got to the wrestling exchange here, and now he's off to a good foot.
He's like the Terminator. I haven't seen 1 ounce of emotion from Morrison this entire fight week, and the broadcast interviews didn't say much at all to us, David. This guy's locked in on 1 goal, and that is stopping James Moreno. 2 minutes remain in round number 1. Short time in these amateur ranks, David.
Yeah, it goes by fast, and that's why you have to make sure you take advantage of every second that you do get. Right now, Morrison's doing a great job with the underhook on the right-hand side, using that left hand to just kind of punch and annoy Moreno a little bit. But what I want to see I want to see Morrison do his transition from here. You have that high underhook. Let's use it to get to a leg attack. Maybe go for that inside single on the left-hand side of Moreno. But we got to give Moreno something different to look at. We can't just hold him in control.
90 seconds remain in round number 1. Moreno's takedown defense standing tall. Morrison not really being dynamic in this effort, to your point, David. Not really mixing anything up, just holding Moreno against the cage.
I mean, there's something to be said for that. There's a lot happening right now, even though we can't really see it optically, right? The back and forth between both of these guys. You got Moreno trying to push himself off the cage. You got Morrison trying to push him towards the cage. But within that, like you said, we want to make sure we're constantly transitioning and looking to improve if you're Morrison. And if you're Moreno, we have to get our back off the cage as well, because we're losing the round. That's never a good spot to be in.
Looks like he's listening to you. Moreno finds a little bit of space. Morrison, again, like a zombie, just wades directly into the pocket. Morrison finds the takedown. Now Moreno scrambling, trying to move. Great ability from Morrison to attach himself to Moreno.
Morrison showing that great folk-style wrestling pedigree that he has, just controlling his opponent. Now has the over-under from the rear side, looking to slide the boots in here on Moreno. Not a good spot to be in if you're Moreno once again.
Morrison locks in body triangle here, squeezing away at the internal organs of Moreno. Final 10 seconds. James Moreno likely surviving to the second, but this round belongs to Naperville's Taylor Morrison, in my opinion, David.
It's been all Morrison, in my opinion, as well. Just simple control, you know. He ran into those 2 shots, and he figured out, hey, I don't want to be here out in the open range. Closed the distance, got to his shots, controlled Moreno against the cage. 3/4 of the round. That's an easy win in the bag. Excuse me, an easy round in the bag here for Morrison.
This replay brought to you by Wisconsin Athletic Center. James Moreno trying that maybe ninja choke-esque defense there on the takedown, but Morrison wise to it. I love how he was playing with that right leg, trying to break up the hands of James Moreno. Shows that Taylor Morrison is willing to use any and all weapons at his disposal on the mat.
Indeed. I mean, some great tricky grappling there by Morrison as he was on the back of Moreno. Moreno needs to do a little bit of a better job with his defense. I mean, he went right to the choke, didn't necessarily worry about getting the hips back of Morrison, pushing his head away, like just a fundamental grappling defensive things. I think if Moreno keeps his mind on that, he'll have better success defending the shots of Morrison going forward.
Tom Develise gets us set for round number 2. The second frame between these two flyweights, James Moreno and Taylor Morrison, is underway. Nice 1-2 from Moreno to open things up. If you think about this, right, the uppercuts and the knees should probably be a tool that James Moreno tries to lean on.
The uppercuts, the knees, and as he's doing, nice lateral movement. Not staying on the center, not being there for Morrison as he charges forward. Moreno needs to be the matador to the bull that is Morrison.
And that head kick might have caused a glitch in Morrison. You saw him briefly, right, stagger before planting Moreno back up against the cage.
But he got right back to where he wanted to be, much like the machine that he calls himself, getting right to the grappling exchanges, over underhooks. He's very comfortable here. Right now, Moreno, the onus is on you to create action and create a fight right now. Because whether we like it or not, from a spectator standpoint, Morrison's winning the round.
Great control from Morrison as we hit the 2-minute mark in round number 2. And I love when James Moreno does find those reversals. Morrison has the answer instantly in that moment. Shows that he's ahead by 2 or 3 steps to Moreno's 1.
Great chain wrestling by Morrison. Staying attached here to Moreno as they transition to the ground. Look at Morrison as that left foot that he has just kind of isolated around the hips of Moreno. I was going to say he's going to look to go back to that body triangle, which he gets. And right here, this is never a fun place. It's hard to breathe. If you're Moreno, you have to get your back to the canvas right now. He's doing a great job peeling off that top hand. Great hip heist.
But again, Morrison directly in on the hips, lifting up Moreno and bringing him down.
Scoops him up, dumps him right back where he started from. Moreno was starting to gain some ground here. He was doing all of the right things. However, Morrison is just resilient in his wrestling and his grappling, just not giving Moreno any room, not 1 second to breathe.
Taylor Morrison hunting for a dominant position here. Moreno trying to turn in, but Morrison wise to it now in side control. Just dominant in so many positions. Taylor Morrison aware of every move Moreno wants to make before he makes it.
Morrison doing a great job just kind of putting his knee on that right hand there of Moreno, which is going to allow him to strike a little bit. Look for that hammer fist with that left hand. Bit of a crucifix position here Morrison is kind of fishing for.
And you got to think, this is just so demoralizing for James Moreno. 2 rounds in the can, and he's been dominated for the majority of them.
Stiff left hand there by Morrison.
Oh! Moreno briefly thought about a triangle. Taylor Morrison might have let one of those go after the bell, David.
You know, if the ref ain't call it, we ain't see it. It is what it is.
David Evans, you operate with the fighter-first mentality, and that's what I love about you. These replays brought to you by Car Bliss. Again, Taylor Morrison, unstoppable in this grappling pursuit. Moreno tried to find some of the striking answers and had an ounce of success, but this was a pound of dominance and wrestling control from Taylor Morrison. Moreno briefly threw up a triangle there, trying to threaten some submission offense from his back, David, but didn't really commit to it, didn't really have the time to try and find that spot.
I mean, definitely giving Morrison something to think about, but I'm pretty sure Morris is confident, much like the machine he calls himself, that he's just going to keep motoring through whatever Moreno throws up at this point. I think it's easy to say Morrison's up 2 rounds going into this third.
I would not disagree with you whatsoever. 3 minutes remain between these two flyweights, James Moreno and Taylor Morrison. Round 3 underway. Again, right hand from Morrison, drops Moreno.
Stiff right hand from Morrison. I don't think anybody saw that one coming. It looked like he was kind of getting a little squared up. I was getting a little nervous for him, and he pulls that out of his back pocket. But now he's in a much better position from a grappling standpoint than he has been even up to this point in the fight, man.
Stiffer than a week-old baguette, David Evans. Taylor Morrison displaying that he's got some real fun tools on the feet as well. 30 seconds in. If you're James Moreno, how do you break out of this position and reset in this third frame?
Right now, he's doing all that he can. I mean, Morrison being in that side guard, looking for the Kimura on that left-hand side. You just want to kind of fight that Kimura. Don't let him get that arm too far behind you. Make you sit on it. Oh, it's not looking good for Moreno.
And that is it. Taylor Morrison becomes the first person to submit James Moreno here in his his second APFC appearance. What a win by Taylor Morrison. Now victorious in 4 of his last 5 amateur MMA bouts, displaying some real great dominance here, David Evans, and punctuating it with a third-round Kimura submission victory.
Dominant in the grappling department. Dominant on his feet now. I guess he threw maybe one punch the whole fight, but the one punch he threw was the only one he needed. Got him into a great position to finish off that Kimura. He leaves here the winner tonight.
And for James Moreno, right, stayed tough, tried to do what he could, but ultimately just came up short. Fantastic from him in his efforts, and we do hope to see him back. But we send it in to make that third-round stoppage official. It is handsome Michael Hansen.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee, Tom DeVellis, stopped the fight. The official time, 55 seconds of round number 3. Declaring your winner by submission via Kimura, Taylor Morrison.
Controlled in the grappling and then showed some serious acumen in the striking. Taylor Morrison doing it all tonight and now victorious in 4 of his last 5. David Evans, I'm impressed by the machine.
I'm impressed as well, Ben. I mean, he came out here, was super calm, got back to his wrestling, and that's what carried him to victory. I mean, it even opened up some moments on the feet. Big right hand, puts Moreno down, gets into side control, isolates that Kimura, and never let go until the ref pulled him off, Ben.
That's what you need to do, especially here inside APFC. Can't wait to see Morrison back for his 3rd APFC bout soon. But we keep the action rolling here in the APFC prelims. It's, again, handsome Michael Hansen.